Obviously to take action and to take messy action at that. Hello and welcome to our Q4 creator check-in. Today we're going to be going over creator crash outs and identity crisis as a creator specifically. By the end of this presentation, you will understand what is a creator identity crisis, how to spot it for yourself and avoid a crash out, and how to recover from a creator identity crisis in case you find yourself in one or you find that someone in your life is in a creator identity crisis. This is for you if you are currently a creator and you are maybe in your creator comeback era, but you don't know what to post, or if you've been posting for a while and you want to switch it up, but you're having trouble figuring out how to do that. And yeah, let's just get into it. How do we get here? I basically crashed out yesterday, and I think I might still be crashing out somewhat. I basically have been just all up in my head about what to post recently on all platforms. That's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. And I have such a backlog of footage that I want to edit. But I was just basically going through analysis paralysis and just trying to figure out how do I get all this creative energy out, because I don't know what to do with myself. In the spirit of me being in a new job and just being consumed by onboarding trainings and just staring at my computer for hours a day, I figured logic brain meet creative brain, and I made this presentation for you guys. Also because I thought about if it were easy, how would it look? And it just, what came to my mind was this presentation. So here we are. Before diving in, I wanted to take some time to introduce myself. My name is Riki. I've been creating content since I was 13 or 14 years old. So it's been a really long time. I work in tech. I kind of mentioned earlier, I'm a dog mom. I'm a Jesus follower. And if this is our first time meeting, welcome. I'm sorry that your first impression of me is me crashing out, but hello. And if not, welcome back. I am also on all social platforms, which you will find in the links down below. And without further ado, let us get started. So what is a creator identity crisis? How to spot it and how I knew that I was in one are a couple of things. One, feeling stuck. I kind of said this in the beginning of this presentation that I've kind of just been feeling like there's so much I want to get out, but I really just don't know how to get it out. I just analysis paralysis, not knowing what to post, and then also overthinking literally to the very details, like what to post, and then accumulating a large backlog of footage, but without an ounce of publishing any of that content. I will say I have kind of followed my creative gut. Over the past couple of weeks, I've been trying to post a little bit more on TikTok, trying to just be a little bit more like free with the content I'm posting on there. But for the most part, I've been kind of quiet. So that's when I realized like, okay, I'm kind of in this like creator identity crisis where I just don't know where to go. I don't know what to do, where to start, and all of those fun things. Why I'm in the middle of one is because of life changes and transitions. So this is something that I really had to sit down with myself and understand and realize and give myself a lot of grace that it's currently a hard time in my life to find space for my creativity, because at least in the content creation space, because I am just genuinely busy. Like I just don't have a lot of time to dedicate to sitting in front of my computer and editing content. Another reason why is because if you look behind me, there's a lot of clutter, and that may not seem like a lot to you, but like the state of my house and the state of my office, it's kind of a mess in here right now. So I think that's also contributing to just me feeling so scatterbrained. But you know what? We're on the way to cleaning everything up. There's just a lot of events and things that have been happening, and it's been hard for me to find just time in this transition period to sit down and have a groove and have a schedule for myself. And I was really stuck on what to post and what to talk about. But I sat down with myself and I was like, let me just be real for a second. Not that I'm ever not trying to be real, but let me just be real for a second and share with everybody how I'm currently feeling. So anyways, that is why I'm in the middle of an identity crisis as a creator. I realized to avoid an active crash out, you could be in an inactive crash out, but to avoid an active crash out, I think it's important to identify the blockers and the unblockers and then have a recovery plan. And just diving right into it, blocker number one, too many ideas and not enough action. I'm pretty sure that is exactly why I'm in this current state. That is why I'm so blocked. Like I said, analysis paralysis. I just have so many ideas. And what's funny is that I'm going to roll the clip, but I saw this TikTok earlier today and it just resonated so much with me. Let's go ahead and watch it together.
If you guys want to get better at this content shit, you need to remove the barrier between having an idea and creating the video. Sometimes if I am in a place where I can't create a video immediately, I will record just like a black screen on here, put text on there and save it to my drafts. That way I see it the next time I open the app. Any like video creation and posting is practice, number one. But number two, you just need to get used to just like churning stuff out. I can't tell you how many times I've spent like time editing videos only for them to get 300 views. And the video that I recorded in 17 seconds in my car off of a whim got over 100,000. Just put them out and just get in the practice of just putting them out. I promise you, you're going to be better for it. Especially when you see people on here that are giving you ideas about like how to format your videos, how to script them, all of that. As soon as you see the video, apply it to whatever your content style is, save it in your drafts. And you can post it and then let your audience tell you whether that idea worked or not. Don't judge it yourself. And then from the analytics that you have from the video, you can decide if that's an idea worth pursuing and if you're going to fine tune and continue to post more ideas like it, or if it was a bad idea and you're going to scrap it. But you won't know, or I should say you shouldn't know until you actually post it.
So in the spirit of talking about information overload, which is funny because that's literally what I'm going through at work right now. I mean, I'm kind of going through it as a creator as well. I think this is a product of me just like scrolling infinitely on social media and then saving things as like inspiration. But then the issue is saving too much and then never really actually applying it. Or when it's time to apply it, then you're just so stuck because then you just have too much in your head and you don't know what to execute on. It was a really good reminder for me that it's just practice. Like posting is just practice and eventually you're gonna get better. So that's where I'm at right now. And I hope that also helps you guys out. Blocker number one, again, it's just too many ideas and not enough action. Blocker number two, see blocker number one. Moving on to unblocker number one is obviously to take action and to take messy action at that. I know that a lot of people like to talk about the algorithm and how you can hack it and all these other things, but I think just the more you do stuff, the more you kind of hone in on the craft. And then eventually you find your own voice, you find your own style, you find your own people, your audience, and then things start to take off. So the last time that I was actually consistent with creating content and was in this mode of like just churning things out and like practicing was maybe back in, I believe in June. I joined this challenge that was basically 7 videos in 7 days. And I did it all and I was consistent and I learned so much about myself as a creator. I met some really cool friends along the way and it was just such a fun time. And I don't know what happened with myself after that, but I kind of just fell off. I think I had momentum and then I didn't ride the momentum. So here we are. Unblocker number two is to keep the momentum going. I already kind of touched on this. I just didn't have the momentum, I didn't ride the momentum after I had it during the 7-day challenge earlier this year. So my unblocker number two is once I have this momentum, I'm going to keep it going, which means keep taking action, keep making reiterations of ideas, keep making videos or whatever it may be. So unblocker number two is keeping the momentum going, continuing to take action after you find a little bit of momentum and rhythm. My recovery plan is simple. It includes this presentation right now that I'm sharing with you guys, and it includes phoning a friend. I'm working with my friend Kristen, who is holding me accountable. We're meeting every week, talking about how we did and also how we can hold each other accountable with our creative goals. And then the last part is, again, I can't say it enough, is taking messy action. Creativity for me is spiritual in a way, and it's just such a huge part of me that I feel like when I don't exercise it, I feel crazy. I think simply put, like if you don't take the time to kind of cater to that as a creative person, you feel like you're not yourself. You just feel really stuck. Like you just feel like you're not utilizing or you're not tapping into the side of yourself that just makes you feel your best. So I wanted to do this and really get back into this because it's something that just makes me feel so much more like myself. And also in the spirit of like faith and in my journey with having this relationship with God, I always tell people that my creativity is like a channel, between me and God. And when I don't express my creativity, I feel like it's just closed. Continuing to practice and exercising my creativity is a way for me to keep that channel open so that, I'm just performing at my best and I have this just open relationship with God. Another way, I guess, to explain it is that in going through the workbook, The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, one of the principles is that our creativity is a gift from God, and using that creativity is our gift back to God. So I always have that in the back of my mind. So anyways, just I guess some additional insight into my recovery plan and reminding myself of these things. At the end of the day, I guess simply put, my creativity is important to me. And if it isn't important to me, I should be taking the steps necessary to continue to make that a priority. So to recap, what is a creator identity crisis and why am I in one? Essentially, it's too many ideas and not enough action. How to spot it for yourself and avoid a crash out. We kind of talked about some signs and symptoms like feeling really lost or feeling like you're overthinking everything. Or a simple one is the fact that you just haven't posted in a really long time. I feel like that's just such a big red flag that, hey, you may be going through something as a creator. And then identify your blockers to avoid a crash out. And then also identify your unblockers so that you can have a recovery plan. So how to recover is to have a recovery plan, which includes doing something and just taking that first step. It's reaching out to someone to avoid staying stuck. I think that's the important piece, is to avoid staying in that space. I think it's okay to feel these things sometimes. I think when we find ourselves in these like identity crises, I feel like it's almost because you're in like this pivotal point. So it's totally okay. It's almost like you're at a checkpoint, right? Where maybe you've been doing something for a really long time. You've been doing it the same way, but now you're kind of pivoting, and the identity crisis comes from not knowing what's next. And that's okay. But you just don't want to stay there. So you don't want to stay stuck. You want to keep moving forward. So to avoid staying stuck, it's, helpful to phone a friend and then taking messy action to actually actively get yourself out of this crisis. Thank you guys as always for allowing me to share my life with you. Again, links in the description box down below. And also just comment if this resonated with you at all. That being said, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.